Recording now. Hello everybody, this is the 15th of February 2016 and this is yet another community meeting, today featuring a lot of guests, which is awesome, and featuring a very short agenda but with a very serious item as well. We're not that numerous today on the staff side because it's a holiday in the US, so there's only a few of us around, but we'll try to make it worth your while. Sorry?
I said crazy Americans.
Crazy Americans, indeed. Okay, so without further ado, we're just going to look at the agenda and roll through it. We're going to steamroll through it. We do have a roundtable item. We don't have any action items from last week, at least none were copied. So we have a roundtable item added by John, John99, because there's actually quite a few Johns on our in the forums, people who use the username John. So John99 added a agenda item about the new KB contributor-facing guidelines and instructions, and we have quite a lengthy point here made by him. But in general, it's about having a PRD for the new guidelines. For the guidelines and instructions for new contributors. So. There has been, as you may remember from the recent weeks, there has been a big drive by Lauren and Joni together to review and refresh the guidelines and instructions for people who want to contribute to the knowledge base in SUMO. And there is a discussion, there is a thread in which you can provide feedback for this, John's point here is, generally the question is, when are we going to officially take a stance on all the feedback given by everybody on the forums, and make sure that actually the changes that are needed are explained. So the changes to the documentation, the changes to the process are explained. Anything that may not be working based on the comments made by the people in the thread is going to be addressed as well, and that the thread kind of moves on and we reach some final decisions. We were supposed to have this addressed in the coming weeks after Lauren and Joni posted the thread. So as we don't have any of them today online, please be patient, and this week is going to be addressed in the forums. So we're definitely going to make sure that both Joni and Lauren are aware of this point here made by John, and they are aware of the thread already. Of course, they're on the thread. It's just today they're simply not in, and they cannot really address this in person. And I don't think anybody from the staff side present today is in the right position to call any shots on this. So thanks for all the feedback. It's definitely useful. It's definitely listened to. But we'll let the deciders for this decide once they're back and they catch up with everything. I hope, even though this is not helping much, it's at least explaining the situation given the context of the calendar today. And we can move on unless anybody has any comments or questions about it. Okay, so we're going to move on to the agenda proper, and we don't have any contributor of the week mentions. However, I actually want to add something because I think this is something we skipped recently. I would like to, again, for like the umpteenth time, thank the Bangladesh community for running a really cool event last week. They were, again, presenting SUMO and explaining how it works and trying to find new contributors and doing stuff with the people in Bangladesh. So really cool photos shared with us on Twitter. I am going to write about it a bit more in the upcoming blog post on Thursday, so definitely going to be included in there. I'm going to add them after the meeting as contributors of the week because I don't want to press too many keys right now. We don't have Kadir in the room, so I don't know anything about the SUMO development update. Is Kadir American all of a sudden? Is he like on holidays as well? No. Apparently not. But yeah, we'll check with the developers and most likely he's in another meeting, indeed. And as usual, the the developer meeting. Geez, I should focus. Friday evening, not my best time. The developer meeting is going to happen on Thursday evening European time and whatnot. But there's going to be a link to the developer meeting, SUMO dev meeting, in the Etherpad after this meeting as well, so you can check it out. There's going to be an agenda there. Now we're moving on to all the updates for the Firefoxes for everything that you can use to browse internet. So take it away, updating people.
Well, I'm not new to the whole antivirus ridiculousness because of Thunderbird, but I no longer work on Thunderbird. But it's new to me, the whole antivirus proxy certificate issue. I don't think anything's new in 44, but if there is, please put it in the KB article. And in the 44 thread started by Philip. A lot of people on social have complained about Firefox blocking them when in fact it's their antivirus. Because Firefox does not block YouTube, Twitch. Just for the record, Firefox does not block Google, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or any of the popular websites on any product, desktop, Android, or iOS. So there's a lot of misinformation from poor users who don't understand that. And they're rich in awesomeness. They're just poor in understanding that issue. Any questions on desktop? Is there anything burning on desktop that I don't know about? Please put it in Philip's awesome thread. I will move on to Android then. For Android, Firefox for Android won't have compulsory signing add-on with a preference override like we have in desktop. I don't believe in 45. I'm 90% sure that won't happen because the bug was uplifted too late. However, if it does happen, I will post in my non-existent 45 thread. Actually, I will create a 45 thread today in the contributor forum, unless someone has beat me to the punch. Any questions about Android? And finally, for iOS, a reminder that Firefox for iOS 2.0 is coming out ASAP. So you localizers out there, if you could please, there's one really important page that we need localized in German, French, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Italian. What we call the strategic arbitrary, the JFIGs plus China, Japanese, French, Italian, German, Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese, and Portuguese in general. If we could have those localized as soon as possible. I mean, hint this week, please. Hint before ASAP, let's say. Then if Apple approves it, and if the powers that be approve for release, he will be ready. So lots of ifs, but we would like that to be localized. Any questions about Firefox for iOS? Nope, I'm done.
No questions whatsoever. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Roland. Thank you for these updates. Like you said, yes, we're kind of like Firefox iOS 2.0 is around the bend, and the bend is kind of a very sharp one. So the localizers have been either localizing or being informed actually about it. But yeah, of course, as soon as possible is very good. When it's done, it's done. That's another good thing as well, because not all locales can turn out articles.
Like in the next couple of days would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the awesome part of it. Yeah, if it doesn't work for this week, then that's another thing. But yeah, as usual, I'll try to motivate our awesome localizers to get stuff done.
Yeah, and really the priority is JFIGs, Portuguese, and Chinese, both flavors. Thank you.
Okay, we're moving on to the community side. Just 2 updates from my side, and then Ashikur maybe can jump in. The blog post for this Thursday is open, so if you need anything in the blog post, if you want to include anything in the blog post, let me know, or let any of us know, but generally get in touch with me. Okay, so we can actually put it into the blog post for you. Also, remember that we are opening the blog up to contributors to write things. And if you're curious about what could potentially go onto the blog, get in touch with me. I will guide you through the process. It's not very formalized yet, but in general, we would love to see you contribute to the blog as well and write about stuff you find useful or interesting about Sumo and sharing your Sumo experience. So that's one thing. The other thing is we received some votes about the community meeting. So this meeting actually being moved or not to a different time. And we still need more input from you because we only got opinions from a very tiny fraction of the community, and we cannot really. I mean, we could decide, and there is a day that's not actually Monday that will potentially be experimented with, but we'll see how that works. But if you have an opinion and you haven't let us know yet, please do. There's a link there. You can just use that. It's a very simple form. I think there's like 2.5 questions in there. And that's going to help us figure out the best time and the best day to get the community meeting live on Air Mozilla as well, because that's generally the point. We would like to be live on Air Mozilla with this meeting so that we can reach more people around Mozilla with our updates and with the goings-on at Sumo. And then we have the Mozilla Support Contributor Mentoring Day. That happened in Dhaka last week. And I'm just going to maybe pass the microphone to Ashikur. Ashikur.
Hello, thanks for the mic. Yes, we organized the event in last Friday. Mainly, we discussed about the style guide for our local community, how we develop a style guide. Then we sort out some plan. Hopefully, we'll start working from next week for the style guide. Then we discuss with the FSA how to promote and involve other community members in Sumo to contribute. And there are lots of few contributors, new contributors in that event, and they show their interest to contribute. So we open a form to take their feedbacks. Now we are waiting to get all those feedbacks and compile. And from next week we'll start our hacking on the style guide also. So we are hoping that we'll finish it soon by this month because our whole community is hibernating for the style guide. Soon we finish this style guide, we'll start localizing again. That's all.
This sounds absolutely great. So, Ashikur, I'm actually going to have a question for you. Like, is the Contributor Mentoring Day something that we could have a separate post about on the Sumo blog? Do you think? I mean, if you would like to start a I'm going to start a document with you in a way, and then we can work on it together so that we can have it on the blog maybe by the end of this week or next week, whatever time is going to work out. It doesn't have to be super long, but simply something that's going to be nice and descriptive, and we can link to all the cool resources that and all the cool notes that you link to, and the photo album, and we can use some of the photos maybe in that blog post as well, because I think events like this one are actually very important for us to promote, and the weekly post that I usually put out there is more of a summary post so that people who missed this meeting, for example, or who don't watch it on YouTube or on Air Mozilla, just can see what's going on in general. But this, as an event, I think it was big enough and special enough that we could write more about it in a separate post. Would that be okay?
Yes, I think it will be better. It will be good for the whole community. So.
Cool. Great. So we're going to, okay, so this is an action item for me. I'm going to start a blog post with you, and then we can put it together out there. And yeah, that's going to be great. Cool. This is really cool, and hopefully we will get more events, more Sumo contributors mentored by people who know how to get stuff done and who rock Sumo, like Ashikur, and the whole Mozilla Bangladesh crew. Thank you so much for this. We're moving on to the knowledge base. We don't have any updates from Joni. She's not here. Like I already mentioned, we are going to ask Joni and Lauren to address the point made by John in the roundtable section. So that's going to be addressed. And moving on through L10N, which apart from the iOS articles being important and people being informed about that, we don't have any bigger update support this week. There will be probably more updates coming up soon, but there's a few things brewing in the background. But for now, just keep localizing people because you're doing an awesome job as usual, and yeah, keep pushing those tickers upwards for all the percentage in the KB in your locale. For the support forum, Madalena, I think there's nothing new, right? You're just, yeah, you're there to say that there's nothing new.
Yes, no, yes and no. Hi, so on the support forum there are no major updates yet. There will be soon, again, something brewing in the background. We'll talk more about it. So I'll jump straight to social.
Before you go on, say hi.
Hi. Hi, Stefan.
Hi,
How are you?
Stefan.
So again, there have been things happening with the social support program that we're running. A lot of people have been asking, what is this? What is this sprinkler thing? What are we doing? Is it private? No, it's not. It's very much open and for everybody. But since it wasn't very well defined, we didn't have anything up yet. So we're actually working on having a wiki page up with all the information for everybody who wants to participate or give feedback or do whatever they want with helping people on Twitter and Facebook. So that's basically what we're doing. We're trying to answer all the questions, all the support questions that are incoming on Twitter and on Facebook about Firefox. And we also have a mailing list open. That is socialsupport@mozilla.com. If you're interested in helping out people on Twitter and Facebook, that's the mailing list where you can join, and we chat there. But again, a wiki page will be up soon with all the information, so we can talk more about it once we have all the details up and we actually know what we're doing. And that's it. Any questions?
I have a question.
Jumping in again, I'm also in the middle of making up some tutorial videos on how to use Spring, how to set up custom dashboards and that kind. So some really stuff.
Awesome, thank you.
That's cool. I have a question. If I was interested in supporting through social media using Sprinkler, what is my first step? Because for Army of Awesome, it's kind of obvious. I just go to the Army of Awesome site and I use my Twitter account and then I go, right? And for Sprinkler, I should sign up to the list and say that I would like to support, or?
For Sprinkler, the first step for now is write to me or write to Elizabeth Hull. Okay. Because we need to set up, the thing about Sprinkler is that we need to set up an account. It's just like a weird tool to use, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So that's the first step for now. Just like let me know and we can talk about it. Because we also need to have like those trainings that Stefan was talking about up. We still need to do a lot of things around it because it's very new. Yeah. And that's it. And again, people were asking, so with this tool, you're actually replying as Mozilla. So you're replying from the @Firefox account. So it's not like Army of Awesome when you're replying with your own account, but it's basically whatever you write, it will be coming from @Firefox.
And they do require, just to make it obvious, they do require approvals. So if you do go and tweet something ironic or irrelevant, it will be filtered through the approval process and the tweets won't go live. And you'll probably be told.
Okay, cool, great. Any questions other than my question about social and Sprinkler and sprinkling on social and whatnot? Okay. Okay, one more question about social. Like, can we use kittens for support? Like, can we have like memes with kittens explaining things like refresh Firefox or the angry cat? No, that's the angry cat. What's the
I think
sad
we should
cat?
have a guest blog post about kittens on SUMO.
Yeah, or a guest blog post about Sprinkler. Like, this is Sprinkler. That's how it works. You can.
What would be fun is to have memes. We can have memes that people submit and put them on our blog post.
Okay.
Animated GIFs.
I mean,
like, you don't have to be serious.
Yeah, precisely.
It doesn't offend me.
And you cannot do social without memes.
Awesome.
Everybody knows that.
Totally.
I like that idea. We could do it.
Animated
Yeah,
gift
you
that
should.
summarizes the week. Are we winning or losing? Or
And I have to show
another
them.
certificate issue.
Okay. So that's
Roland,
that's,
where's
that's an
the
idea
pinkness?
for you. That's an idea for you.
Yeah, we can
about
bring it up for discussion on the mailing
I have
list.
to apologize for
What do
no
you
pink
think?
shirt today
It-
to Cosmos Slayer because it's in the bottom of the laundry and I haven't washed it.
That's what they all say.
Shirts.
But,
Okay. Cool. Thank you for the social media updates. I just added the decision and action item for me to start a blog post with Centurion about the DACA contributor mentoring day. If you think there should be anything else as a decision or action item after this meeting, please do add it there because we do review this and then we take action on it before the next week's meeting. The next week's meeting is going to happen on a Monday as well, but probably the meeting in 2 weeks may be happening on a different day. You will see update about it if we decide, based on your feedback, to actually experiment with a different day. So surprise, surprise, it could actually be a Wednesday, for example.
Yes. So please vote if you think we can do this on another day. As Michal already said, this is just so that we can be on Air Mozilla because with this time, unfortunately, we cannot. And that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can find a time that works for everybody and also works for Mozilla to be broadcast live so that we don't have problems with being late with the recordings and etc.
So going
Okay.
what time zone in last week's meeting, it's in the Etherpad. Going.
You're breaking up. Okay, I
That-
promise. Oh no, no, okay, yeah, okay. Can you repeat what you said? Yeah.
So basically, going to the last week's meeting Etherpad, we have a link there where you can vote for your favorite time, and we'll go from there. The time with the most votes will be the option for the new SUMO meeting, and then we get to be live on MPA.
Yeah, that's the idea. Generally we'll try to experiment, and if there's no uproar and people are okay with the new time, and there's actually new people who are able to join because it's better for them than a Monday, that's even better. And if we're on air mode, it's definitely going to be an increased coverage. So we'll see how this works, and if the community is okay about it, we're just going to have it on a different day. Cool. Okay, we have 2 minutes left, more or less, on the time. Here on the official timer of the meeting. So if you have anything else to add, now is the time. I'm just going to remind everybody that today everybody in the US is on holiday, so do not expect any answers very fast today. They will be back tomorrow, and they'll definitely get back to you if you are contacting them today. So yeah, patience please, and thank you for your patience. If nobody else has anything else to add, we are going to finish right now. And I'm going to wish you all a nice Monday evening, morning, night, afternoon, whatever you like. Siesta, if anybody has a siesta time there as well.
And it was great seeing you all, especially
Yep.
some of you that I haven't seen in a while. So
I just
see you
want to
next
say
time.
that if we keep up this ratio of guests, or like not guests, but like people dropping in who usually don't attend this meeting, like if we keep this ratio, we're going to reach 100 people like in the next meeting, which is great.
I think you
So
should just spend the next few hours pinging people. You know.
I'm more than happy to get a bot that just randomly spam.
Oh no.
everybody.
Because it's a holiday today in
Yeah.
Ontario.
Yep.
So I usually can't make it to the meetings, but because it's a holiday today, that's why I'm here.
Right, Torontonians have a day off.
Yeah.
Right.
Holidays, so
Right,
please
don't.
can join us.
Because our premier is.
So on your day off, Chris, joining us, thank you so much. Okay, cool. Okay, so that will be it for today. Thanks everyone for coming once more time, and we'll see you soon.
Hi guys, have
Take
a
care.
great day.
Okay, bye.